Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today in today's video I want to be sharing with you how to cover up a corset cup with a fabric so that it looks just like what you can see right now. So I have my two corset cups and my fabric I'll be using for this. The first thing you're going to do is to fold your fabric into two and you fold over again. So we are going to be cutting this unfold, and the first thing you should be doing is to measure the width of your cup. And after you measure it, whatever you have, you're going to divide that by two and add half an inch or 1 inch. Okay, so this is a stretchy fabric and I'm going to be adding up half an inch, but if you are using a non-stretchy fabric you can go on and add 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to measure out this length and then I will head over and cut it out. So after you must have cut this out, so this is one part of it that we just cut out. So I'm going to fold the remaining fabric and use this one to cut out the second one. Okay, so but if you want to cut this at once, that is if you have enough fabric to cut it at once, because I thought that this fabric wouldn't be enough, that's why I went ahead to cut out just one and I'm going to be placing it on top the other fabric to cut out the remaining part. So I've finished cutting out the second piece. The next step I'm going to do is to go in by 0.75 on both ends, and then I would go ahead to locate the center. That way I will connect using a straight line just to bring out a dart on this. Okay, so just do it the way you can see me doing right now, and then after you have done this you're going to use your scissors and then you trim off the darts. So after you must have trimmed out your darts, you don't want like any pointed edge, so you have to go ahead and trim this off properly well so that you don't have like a sharp point. Okay, right there. So after we were done with this is what you should have. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is to go on to your sewing machine using half an inch. You're going to join just the way I just showed you right now. So I've joined the first one. I'm going to go ahead and join the second one so you could see how you are going to be doing that. So I went ahead to start joining, and then I'm making use of half an inch to join this around. And after you did that, you're going to have to notch so as to lay flat, and you're going to have to go over to your ironing table and open up the seam. Okay, now after we must have joined this is what we have, and we have also opened up the seams. So this is what it should look like. At this point you're going to have to join this to the breast cup. So what you're going to do is to stretch this as much as you can do, because the fabric stretches, because and this is actually a velvet. So now you're going to you'll be making use of your pin, and you can actually join this whichever you want. You can join horizontally and you can join vertically. I'm going to be placing mine vertically, so making use of my pin to hold this all around. So I'm going to be making sure that the fabric covers every bit of the cup. All right, so after you place your pins and you are sure you got it right, in other words, you are satisfied with what you have, you're going to go over and stitch this on the sewing machine. Okay, so I'm done with the first one. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same thing to the second one, and I will get over to my sewing machine and then stitch this around. Okay, so you can see the way I'm trying to stretch this so it could cover up the cups. Okay, so and that's why, because this is stretching, that's why it was easier for me. So if you are not making use of a stretchy fabric, I would advise you add up excess allowance to your fabric. That way you would have excess fabric to work around with. So this is because I'm making use of a stretchy fabric. That's why I didn't care much about adding up excess allowance. So this is my kindly advice. And truth is actually better to have the fabric in excess than to have it short. Right now we are going to start stitching. So to stitch, you're going to have to be removing your pins while you stitch, okay, because you don't want the pins to break your needle. So just take a look at what I'm doing and you're going to understand. And to sew this, you're just going to be sewing right at the tip of the cup. If you take a look at the cup carefully well, you would notice that part which I'm stitching right now is not as thick as the inner ones. All right, so that is where you're supposed to be making all of your stitches. So I'm going to make this all around, and after we are done with that, you're going to have to trim this out. Okay, so you're going to have to trim out your excess fabrics. So that is what you can see me doing right now. And then once you are done with that, we are going to repeat the same thing on the other part of the cup. Now once you're done with this one, you're going to have to keep it aside and then bring in the second part of the cup. Repeat everything that you did to the first parts. So right now I'm trying to stitch up the upper parts. I've gone ahead to stitch the other sides, and I'm going to go ahead and trim off the excess fabric. After you trim this off, we are done with this tutorial. And you guys, this is actually very simple to achieve. If you enjoy every bit of this tutorial, please do make sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section. And you guys, this is what we have. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel at this point, please subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.